One of my interests in the world is the Syria civil war that's been going on for something like 10 years now, following the Arab Spring. We have an issue with Bashar al-Assad, the president of Syria. He seems to be some kind of a butcher in the Middle East. I think that he's lost control of Syria and its people. I don't think he's popular with the people anymore. And I think he's not able to deal with the civil war in Syria or to contain the situation. I think he's kind of just trying to stay in power when he should have given up power from the start. I think that's what President Bashar al-Assad should have done. I think he's trying to show that he's still in power, but that's kind of a forlorn hope or something. So I think that we have a Syria war in the Middle East, which has kind of completely ruined the Middle East. I think it's destabilized the Middle East, but I think it's ruined the Middle East. I think because of Syria and its civil war, we have Iran all over the Middle East. We have pretty much America in neglect and not knowing what to do. It's kind of quite impotent in the Middle East and the Arab world, and I think that is something to do with Syria and its civil war. I think that we have issues with Yemen as well, when there should be no issues with Yemen, and I think that's something to do with Syria as well. I think that we have some ramifications with the Arab Spring that happened a few years ago by America. I think America conducted some kind of Arab Spring throughout the Muslim world, especially North Africa. They did it with militias, and they seized governments throughout North Africa, primarily through North Africa. So I think they had some kind of extreme aggressive action and behaviour where they involved the militia in kind of pickup trucks with machine guns. So they did a lot of militia throughout North Africa, and that's what the Arab Spring was. And the Arab Spring is very important for how the world is now, because I believe because of the Arab Spring, we have global austerity, we have a shift of wealth to the east, because I think there's a geopolitical shift here as well. So I think that North Africa has become very powerful because of the Arab Spring. I think they have advanced governments now, perhaps Western governments. So I think that for some reason we have a powerful North Africa when it should be a normal, contained and subdued North Africa. I think the Middle East should be strong, but I think because of the Arab Spring, North Africa is stronger than the Middle East. And I think this is something to do with America. I don't know what its foreign policy is with North Africa. I think it was something to do with Barack Hussein Obama. I think because he identifies himself as a black African person, he's kind of done some kind of a clever foreign policy issue with North Africa. And I think North Africa is too heavy now in the world, and that's destabilizing the world. So I think we have that issue, but I think that one of the ways we can solve this issue is to perhaps solve the Syria issue, because I think Syria should abandon its problem with the civil war. It shouldn't be a problem. That's why it should solve that problem and end it and resolve it. And the fact that Bashar al-Assad is still in power is why the civil war in Syria is going on for a long time. So I think that's quite important. I also think that President Bashar al-Assad has a British wife, and so it could be some kind of a British influence or boots on the ground in Iraq and the Middle East. So I think that's quite concerning as well. It could be some kind of British-American special relationship interest or something. So I think that's quite important, and that's my interest with Syria and the Middle East. Thank you.